Hi and welcome to my Kotlin tutorials for Android certification series. So in previous video we've created this app where you click on bottom navigation drawer and it changes fragments. So today we're gonna add here edit text in the button, and when you click on it, it will take you to from settings. It will take you to help fragment without the button navigation drawer. It just will take you from this fragment to this one here, and it will so this text view here, instead of help, it will display whatever we write in the edit text. So if this is your first video, I would download project. I will put it in the comments, in description. So you have this project right here, starter project, but as well, I'm gonna put the ready code as well there. Okay, so let's go to settings fragment. It would be in res layout fragment settings, and all I'm gonna do is just add here edit text like that. So I'm gonna put constraint here to settings and give it like 32 distance between text view settings, text view, and edit text itself. So I'm going to remove name like that, and I also need let me see, make sure. Let's give it ID edit text ID like that, and I'm gonna put here a button. So we need constraints there to edit text this time, and let's keep 32 like this between them. What else? Instead of saying button, let's say send, because we're gonna send information. Yeah, that should be it. And maybe if you click on edit text, maybe let's put some hint. Let's search for hint right here. We're gonna say please enter your text like that. Okay. All right, so once we click on this button, it will take us, as I said, to from this fragment will take us to a help fragment, and here we're just going to change this text view. All right, and we need to double check there is an ID for button itself, and it just calls button, which is fine. All right, so the way we're going to be using view model to so when you use when you work with activities, you can use intent and put extra in there to transfer data from activity to activity. But with fragments is a little bit different. You need to use view model to transfer. So directly, they're not going to be passing data with each other. It's going to go through. Let's just click here on package, say new Kotlin file, big interface, and we're gonna call it pass data interface. And here we're going to put a function that is responsible for a data transfer. It would be so it's like a view model, basically a function let's make it pass data, which takes a parameter of edit text input, type of string. All right, so that's it for the interface here, pass data interface. We just need to go to main activity, and here we need to extend. See, it says app compat activity, but also we're going to take what we just created, pass data, add it to it. It will show an error because we need to implement members. So click here, implement members. Okay, and so we need to work on this now. So inside of the pass data function that was just implemented as a member, we're going to say val bundle equals bundle, and then we're going to say bundle. Oops, I have to close it. What's going on? Like that. And then we're going to say bundle with the small b just created put string, because that's what we're doing, put in string, put string, this one, put string, and so we need it's a key value thing, so we need to make something up for a key. Let's say, so we can call it message input, and as you see right here, it shows you it's a key. And next one, we're gonna say edit text input, and that's basically this thing right here that we defined in interface paste data interface. Edit text input, edit text input. What else we need? Then we're gonna say help fragment, because that's where it goes. Arguments equals bundle. And last thing we need is say val transaction transaction equals support fragment manager. And the reason why we need support fragment manager, it's because if you Google it, pass data between fragments by Google, they give you here a diagram. You need fragment manager, and then we're gonna say dot begin transaction, just like we did with placing fragment in my other video to place fragment. Dot replace, and here we're gonna put R ID fragment container that we created in the first video, and it will go to help fragment. The information and everything, when you see here, so when you click on the button, it will take you to help fragment, as well as data will go to help fragment. We just need to say commit. That's it. We're done here. The next step, we need to go to the fragment from where we're sending it, from settings, fragment. And here you're going to see a lot of, depends on your version. So we need to remove companion object. If you click here, it shows you where it starts and where it ends. So let's remove the whole thing. I don't need that. Also, at the beginning here, right before class, remove all of that. Remove this part right here. Alright, so and now we have here both onCreate and onCreate view. And honestly, we don't need anything but onCreate view, so I'm gonna remove. So once again, click here where it starts and ends, onCreate, and just delete the whole thing. And just leave. It should be like that. So here we need to, instead of return, we need to create a val, so we can use it. Val view equals, and keep this line inflator dot inflate. We also need to create here private right after the fragment. Open braces. We're gonna say private late in var let's call it pass data, all small like that. Gives me pass data, and it's gonna be type of pass data, the one we created right here. Alright, so the next step would be saying okay, I'm trying to, this line false, you see it. We're gonna say pass data we just created, pass data is equals as activity as once again pass data. Okay, and now we need onset click listener for the button, and I believe it's just so we can say just view because over here we created view, that val view was inflator. So view dot, I think ID was button of the button, view button, set on click listener, and here we're gonna say paste data dot another paste data, but that's the so this paste data is what we created right here, and this paste data is the function from main, what is that, main file, main, so let's close this, main activity right here, paste data, this function right here. So access that. So paste data dot paste data, and as a constructor we're gonna say view dot edit text dot text dot toString. And what edit text is this one. Let me see. In fragments, in settings fragment, I'm looking for settings fragment right here. No, I'll just look here. Layout, fragment settings. So this one right here, edit text, is the ID, and that's what we're talking about here. The text of this edit text to string, if you click on it, we're getting it. We just need to say here return view. All right, and no more errors. Now we need to go obviously to the, so we are in the settings fragment. Now we need to go to the fragment that we're gonna go to and pass information to the help fragment. So we're gonna go to help fragment Kotlin file, and we're gonna remove once again all unneeded companion object, remove that. And we're gonna remove this part and on create as well. Like this. So here we're gonna say right after the fragment again, we need to create var. I'm gonna say var display message type of string. Make sure there is something there. That's why I'm gonna put a question mark. And let's make it empty. Here we're gonna do once again, just like in other fragment, we're gonna say instead of return, we're gonna say vol view, so we can access it. And after that, we're gonna say display message that we started on top equals arguments. Make sure it's, once again, double check, make sure there's something there. Get string. So we get in string, and here's the, we need to put key. I forgot what the key was. Let me check. Help fragment settings. The key. It's actually a main activity right there, message input. So let me copy this. So this is the key that we put, remember, in main activity in the paste data function. So we're gonna say here key is this, and now we need to say view dot what's the name of the text view we have? Let me go to fragment help, and this is, oh, there's no ID. Let's call it help text. Okay. And so we're gonna say here help fragment view dot help text dot text equals display message, and then just return view. Okay, so it should work. That's it. Let me just run it. All right, so we have 3 tabs as before. Here in settings, let's put something like, hi, my name is Andy. Click on send, and it takes us to help fragment where it says, just like we type, hi, my name is Andy.